Alright, it is now time to fix the error of my ways. So before we even get into this video today, I want to give a huge shout out to two people. Paul, and everyone else who pointed out the fact that the heads looked like they were farther apart rather than closer together. So that was one of our major issues. When I was taking my measurements, I was taking everything backwards. I don't know how or why I ended up doing that. But somehow I took all my measurements backwards. I thought the heads were too far apart. Well, they were too far apart. I needed to bring them closer. I thought they were too close, not too far apart. You get what I'm saying. So, the head gaskets that were in there, it's weird because I used the exact same size head gasket that I used before, which was an 050 Cometic head gasket. I don't know if the clamping force of the half-inch head stud might have thrown. I don't know. I don't know what just happened there, but something happened and it didn't work. So, we got a thinner head gasket. Now, I ordered a set of JE Pro seals online from IAG. I think I 2-day shipped them, which means they should have been here Saturday. But UPS is saying Monday or Tuesday for some reason. I don't know why. So, huge shout out to Jose because he has the exact gasket that I ordered. So, he gave us his gaskets for his engine build. I'm going to end up giving him the ones that I ordered that'll be here early next week. So, that way he can restock his inventory for his engine build. So, huge shout out to both of you guys. So, today, I wanted to get the engine back in the car today, but I can't until tomorrow because the new timing components, cam gears, everything like that come in tomorrow. And I'd rather time this engine outside of the car than time it in the car. It's just a little bit easier to make sure everything lines up. Plus, I still need the new rear timing covers and everything like that. So the goal for today is to get the long block fully put together with the cams, the cam gear, or the cams, the valve buckets, valve lasher. I have all the new valve buckets, so we should be able to make that happen today. We should. Matt, do you want to say hi to the people? Okay.
Just watering my plants.
Okay. So yesterday I took these cams over to Delta Cams, and they went ahead and they repolished these cams for us. So all the journals on the cams look pretty much brand new again. For the price that I paid for these, I think it was like 20-30 bucks. Well worth it to have the cams repolished and finished for the engine. So step one for this, I have actually already shown you guys how to put heads on. So let's just get these heads on this engine. So even with these smallest head gaskets, we're still having the exact same issue where the exhaust manifold, the heads need to come in more, but these are the smallest head gaskets I can get. These are .039 JE gaskets.
Do you know where the hell my pry bar went?
Your big pry bar?
So I'm not using this like...
dinky one?
No, this is not even a tool for that. This is like for housework.
No, I have no idea. Is it in your toolbox?
No.
Like...
all of our tools need to stop going missing.
Like you guys can see it right there. Like it is not lined up. And it doesn't want to line up. Hit it.
Hit it!
Doot, 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 doot. Are we on?
Hit it! Yay! Sex machine! Get up off of that thing! It's a man's world!
What?
Living in America!
Good news, exhaust manifold went on. It was a little bit of a pain to get on. I don't know if it's the manifold or the engine, I don't know. This case half set could be thicker than our older case half set, which is why it might have been a little bit more of a pain. If it was the same short block and we had this problem, then I'd be a little bit worried. But since it's a different short block, I'm a little bit less worried. But those 039 gaskets definitely helped bring things in a little bit to get everything like where it needed to be. Intake manifold also got that test fit. It is a very tight fit on the intake manifold side, but it does bolt up no problem, which is good. Now we can actually get to like putting the valve covers on, getting valve lash and everything like that set. My stupid self took out all the valve buckets because at the time I was like, well, these heads are trash. I need to redo valve lash on everything altogether anyways. So guess what I get to do? I'm gonna go back through and do valve lash on every single valve now. On the bright side, I did get those buckets from Subaru, so in theory, I should be able to find their respective homes, get them plooped in, get everything torqued down, get it all back together, and hopefully we should be good to go. So, let's just get the valve lash portion done because I hate doing valve lash. Like 2 hours of calculating valve lash and I have one side done. I have the passenger side done right now, or the right hand side. So now that we have this done, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take all of this back apart, clean everything thoroughly, get it re-lubricated, get it put back in, get this side sealed up, and then we'll start playing with the other side. There are a couple buckets that I had to go through here and grind down, but our lash is good. I'm going with plus or minus like 1 thou on everything. So the intake is all supposed to be 8 thou. Exhaust supposed to be 10 thou. So we have 8 thou plus or minus 1, 10 thou plus or minus 1. This side's all 10 thou. This side's pretty much all 8 thou with the exception of one of them that's at 9 thou, but it's not gonna hurt the engine. We'll totally be fine. So let's get all this taken apart, cleaned. Let's get the valve cover put on here, the spark plugs put in on this side, get this side done with. Progress right there. So passenger side is all sealed up, all good to go, cam seals in. I tried using both of these tools. So I had this ASF machine cam gear or cam seal tool, and then Connor sent over that one, which is the Get a Dom one. I like them both. I don't think I have a favorite over either one. They both do pretty much the same thing. They both have this lip that only lets you put the cam seal in so far. So you can't put the cam seal in too far, you can't put it in too little using either of those tools. I'll link them both down below. They're both awesome tools. So now that we have this side done, back to lashing valves. Woo! I'm so over this. I'm literally grinding valve buckets. It's been 2 hours and I've pulled 1 thou. I have 3 buckets left and everything is perfect. Like perfect. And grinding valve buckets, I know this is not the proper way, all right? I already know it. You don't gotta say it. I know it. I know this ain't the proper way. However, because we grinded the valve seats last time we got valves installed and we didn't grind the valves, the smallest bucket Subaru makes is a 438. It's 4.38 millimeters. I need it to be like a 434. They don't go that small, so gotta grind them. Now, I don't advise you guys do this at your own risk. Totally up to you. It's exactly what it sounds like though. I'm literally grinding the inside of the valve bucket. Alright, that's where I'm stopping, otherwise I'm literally going to drive myself nuts. I've got intake valve 1 on the driver's head at 7 thou, I want it at 8. I've got the second valve at 6 thou, I want it at 8. I've got the third one at 8, which is nice, and then I've got the fourth one at 6. I'm literally like 1/1000th of an inch off on all of them, at minimum, because I'm going the spec plus or minus 1. and I'm not there yet. This sucks. This genuinely sucks. I should have had them cut the valves or grind the valves when I had them cut the valve seats, but I didn't, like an idiot. So if you go to replace valves and they ask you if you want them to grind your valves, just say yes. Just say yes. Don't question it. Just say yes. Just do it. Anyways, that's all I'm doing tonight. I'm just gonna lose my mind if I keep going. But I am glad that our head gasket issue has been resolved on this block. And I'm huge, super happy about that one. So once again, thank you to everyone who pointed that out in the last video, that I was looking at it backwards instead of it being too narrow. It was too wide. So the 0.39 JE Super Seal, Super Pro, whatever head gasket it is. You guys know the head gasket I shoved in there. That gasket got everything closer. I'm still not going to sit here and say it's perfect, because it's definitely not perfect, but it's a lot closer. So I'm happy with it. I'll run with it. I'm good with it. Now it's just tidying up the last of these valve buckets, and then we can get this last valve cover sealed up. We can get timing set on the car, because our timing or our cam gears get dropped off tomorrow, which is today for you guys. We get the engine timed, dropped back in the car. Kyle can then come up, fabricate our rotated turbo kit. I can finish the fuel system. We can get the base tune loaded on this car. We can go rip it. We can go make power, and then have an even more fun daily driver. So I mean, it all seems like a win-win to me, but super pumped about this. So just to cover it one more time, all of our exhaust valves are perfectly set to 10 thou. All of the intake ones, I'm still working on those. The other side is also set perfectly. 8 thou, 10 thou. Exhaust manifolds on here. Heads are bolted to the short block. One side is already sealed up. We can get timing done tomorrow. Ooh hoo hoo! Oh, it smells like horsepower because it's a fresh rebuild, baby. But I'm gonna go wash my hands, eat some pasta, edit this video, go to bed, wake up, do this all over again tomorrow. So if you guys like the video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, cyan, red, chartreuse, whatever color it turns for you. Color of the day, I'm gonna let you decide. Let me know what the color of the day is down in the comments below. And with that, if you're not subscribed already, if you want to be, you know what to do. If you feel like it, if you want to, we have the 6-cylinder STI, which is coming back soon, I promise. The taxi, everything. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies.